Hey guys, welcome to my music festival makeup tutorial inspired by. That sentence didn't go in order like I wanted it to, but let's pretend it did. Sound good? Okay. This kind of idea behind this was obviously music festivals are coming up. I personally have never been to one like Coachella or something like that, but I have been to Warped Tour, but I don't know if people would get all decked out like this for Warped Tour, but hey, if you do, perfect. So I wanted to do something very ethereal. I just had gotten this, what is this? Flower halo from Mad for Halos, and I'll leave all their links and stuff down below. And it's so pretty, this light pink, you know, it's very angelic, and so I definitely wanted to do it ethereal. At first I kind of wanted to do something like tribal and dark, but nah, we'll do something cutesy this time. Maybe I'll do another one if you guys do like this tutorial a lot, but you know, let me know. So I did a lot of pearls glued onto my skin, and that took a little while, but worth it, very worth it. I actually feel I ended up looking kind of mermaid-ish, which is fine with me, I guess. That wasn't really my intention, but an ethereal mermaid sounds good. As always, you can find all of the product details down below. I have some codes for some of the products I have used if you want to get some money off. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel and checking me out. Please subscribe and let me know what you think down below. Obviously, we are going with some primer. I am using the Laura Mercier Hydrating Foundation Primer just as a base. This will help hold on our makeup all day through that hot-ass sun. As you guys know, I love the RCMA palette. This is actually the VK number 10. I usually use the number 11, but I'm just custom mixing a couple colors to get my exact shade of my tan. This will work great if you are doing the whole music festival thing because it's so thin, and you can build it up if you do want some more coverage. So using a flat kabuki brush from Sigma, I'm just going to buff that around my face, using tapping and circular motions to really get the makeup into my skin. In a lot of the video for my face, we are going to be using some of the Alex Faction favorites from Sigma Beauty. I am mainly going to be using right now this brush. It's the F86. I have never had this brush before, the Alex Faction favorite set, and it's so amazing for blending out under eye concealer, so we are going to do that. I decided to stick with more of the RCMA colors from that palette, and pretty much just using a little bit of a lighter shade to bring out under my eyes, my forehead, my nose, and my chin, but you can always use your favorite concealer, anything that will just help to highlight your face a little bit. Setting your makeup for this look is extremely important, especially since you are going to be outside if you are wearing this to a music festival. I'm using the Makeup Forever HD powder. It's translucent, and what it will do is really hold your makeup so that it won't melt off. Going straight into the contour, I'm using the small contour brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to start carving out my cheekbones using the Havana powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Since I'm all tan, if you've noticed, I like to use these powders to actually warm up my face even more. So I'm going to be taking it around my forehead and under my jawline.
When I hear the sounds of videos, it makes me so angry. Like he's not even pushing, he's not even trying. He's not even trying. It drives me crazy. He only has to poop when I'm gonna take a shower. It's the only time.
I am going to be using a lot of this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is in Moonstone. You know, you can also use MAC Soft and Gentle, Benefit's High Beam. There's a lot of other highlighters out there that you could also use. This one I just love because it's such a unique, beautiful, kind of pale, champagne-y gold, glorious color. I don't know. What else can I say? So we're going to be using that same small contour brush as earlier, And you're just going to want to put this all over on top of your cheekbones, onto your forehead, your chin, pretty much anywhere your heart desires. Fucking on your chest. Why not? We want to be shimmering, beautiful golden goddesses. If you want to go ham in this shit, do it. Do it up. Music festival time. Do that shit up. After you're all highlighted up, we're going to highlight some more with this beautiful glitter from Sigma. I wish it would show up in camera better, but I'm just going to very carefully and lightly put it on top of my cheekbones. Hopefully you can see it gives kind of this amazing bluish purple hue when I move my head around. I didn't even tell you guys what the glitter was called. It's Astral from Sigma, and I am just going to continue to layer it on my cheekbones. It's so iridescent and bright, it's absolutely intense. For the cheeks, I am using a limited edition eyeshadow. It's from Sugarpill and it's called Pastel. And it's a very light, beautiful pink with little gold flecks in it. But if you have another pink shimmery eyeshadow or blush, that would work just fine. And then I'm layering on top some Dolly Pop, which is a bright matte pink shadow from Sugarpill, just to really make those cheeks fucking pink and angelic and rosy as shit. For the eyebrows, I custom mixed my own pastel purple to go with my wig. I'm using cream paints from the Makeup Forever Flash palette. I was a little apprehensive to use cream paints, but with these, they actually do stay very, very well. So I'm just going to outline my eyebrows with it, and then I'm going to set it very, very well. I'm using blues and purples from the Morphe 35B palette, which is an eyeshadow palette with a bunch of bright colors. I really like that palette a lot. So when you are doing your eyebrows, if you choose to do pastel eyebrows and you are using cream paints, just make sure to set them very well. We want our eyeshadow to stay very well too, so I'm going to prime the eyes using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. For most of this eye, I am going to be using the Morphe 35B palette that I used on my eyebrows. So with a small shader brush from Sigma and a fluffy brush, I'm just going to start slowly layering color. What I'm doing with the shader brush is I'm using that to put down the pigment in this little V shape that I have, and then I'm using the fluffy brush to blend it out. I'm mainly sticking to purples and then working my way slowly into black. I definitely want the purple to transition out into my skin color, and then the black to be very, very close into my crease line.
I don't have anything to look at right now.
You have my face. Right on the lid, I did add a little bit of Benefit's High Beam. It's a highlighter, and it's so super shimmery, so I wanted just a little tiny pop of color right on my lid. I also put it as well in the corners of my eyes to brighten them up. Using an E06 brush from Sigma, this is just a small angled brush. I am also using the Aveda Black Liquid Liner. This stuff is super matte and super black, and you can actually get it at Target or drugstores. So I chose to go with this liner instead because with Coachella coming up very soon, I do want most of these products accessible to you guys right now. I decided to go with a very thick winged liner and just bring the wing right into my inner corner as well. With the wing now drawn in, I did want to darken up the crease a little bit using that shader brush and some black eyeshadow. For the white in the inner corner of the eyes, I did use another cream paint. This is from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, and I'm just setting it with some white eyeshadow. But if you don't have this cream paint, that's okay. go ahead and grab the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and it will work the exact same. I'm also just blending it a little bit down into the middle of the eye to give this cool little illusion of my eye being even more open than it actually is. Then go ahead and add a little bit more darker shadow on each side of that white little opening. As you can see, I went and did this side. Lots of pearls glued on. Oh god, so many. It took me a little bit. I'm going to throw on my fancy little flower crown because you can't go to a music festival without a fun flower crown. So, let's get down here. I wanted to put this on now just so that I can see where to end my pearls, because I obviously wouldn't want to do them way too far up and then end up having to put on my flower crown and I fuck up some of my pearl work. That's kind of a waste of time. I'm definitely going to be speeding these clips up just a little bit to save on some time. I'm using House of Lashes lash glue to put the pearls on my face, but I would definitely suggest getting some spirit gum to do this. Spirit gum will hold the pearls or the jewels that you do put on your face all day. The lash glue, I mean, this lash glue did take the pearls and really stick them on my face pretty damn well, and it kind of hurt to take them off, but I would still, you know, rather safe than sorry, get the spirit gum. With the pattern of the pearls, you can see that I am doing larger ones closer to my eye, and I am slowly cascading them out towards the jawline, and I am using smaller and smaller pearls as I go. You do want to do it kind of sparse, but at the same time, you want it to look much more clustered right closer to your eye, and have them to start getting less and less as you go closer to your jawline. I decided to put 3 little ones on my winged liner, and some of the pearls I am using are from just the craft store, but I'm also using some from Krylon, so I don't know if that would be an option for a lot of you guys, but you can totally just get a ton of cheap jewels at Michael's or Hobby Lobby if that is what you prefer. I'm just going to put some black mascara on my lashes just because my lashes are very light brown, so I want them coated in super black before I put on these lashes. These are from Sugarpill, and they're the Dewdrop lashes. These lashes are so freaking cool because they're so big, they're so dramatic and intense, and they have these little tiny sparkles on them, so it looks like you just have these cute little dewdrops hanging from your eyelashes like your little fairy queen. I'm using some bottom lashes too. These are from Friends Beauty, and unfortunately the number was rubbed off. I'm so sorry. For my lips, onto my Cupid's bow, I obviously want to really highlight that. I am using that High Beam from Benefit and a fluffy brush from Sigma just to blend that around, and then I'm adding on top that same Astral glitter we used on our cheeks from earlier. For the lips, I was going to go with a liquid to matte lipstick, but since we are going with such a glowy and youthful and ethereal look, I did want to go with an actual lipstick. So I went with GERARD Cosmetics 1995, and I'm just going to set that with some Makeup Forever HD powder, just so it stays very well, and then adding some Kimchi Doll from GERARD in the center just to give a really pouty effect. As I was going through, I decided I wanted a couple more little pearls in the center of my forehead, and then I wanted to add some more glitter from Sigma on top of the Cupid's bow of the lipstick. I did decide to add a little tiny pearl, kind of where those Medusa piercings would be, but obviously it's whatever you prefer, whatever tickles your fancy. But yeah, that's it. That's the tutorial. It's, you know, it's pretty easy, but the pearls can be time consuming, but stick with it. It's a very pretty look. It'll be worth it when you're strutting your stuff at the music festivals. I hope you guys do have fun. If you go to these, be safe, have a great time, and I will see you next time.